Hello. Madam, I think you've met.
Mr. Secretary General, may I present Seth Borenstein, AP?
Almost every scientist I talk to say you've got to give up the 1.5 degrees C goal because it's not achievable. Why hang on to a goal that is not achievable?
Well, first of all, if you don't hang on to that goal, what you'll achieve is a total disaster. So it's better to make it achievable than to face a disaster. And on the other hand, it is achievable, but it needs a transformational approach to energy, a transformational approach to industry, a transformational approach to mobility, and a transformational approach to farming and to other human activities. But everybody knows that electric cars are the cars of the future. So why not accelerate that movement? Everybody knows that green energy is the energy of the future. So why not accelerate that movement? Anybody knows that the clean cities are the cities of the future. So why not accelerate that movement? So I'm not talking about doing different things. I'm talking about the need to do the things we all believe that need to be done as soon as possible. And if we do it, we will be on time, which means we will be able to have net emissions zero in 2015. And if we have net emissions zero in 2050, the 1.5 degrees will be reachable.
Why I mentioned what I mentioned about the miners and the workers.
One of the things I admire more in people that live in these extreme circumstances is their resilience, is the way they fight. And I think we need to see the courage of the people of the Pacific that is fighting to survive, to keep their countries alive, and to learn with them, because they show us what needs to be done in order to be able to preserve our planet.
And is that one of the things you want to bring in September?
And that's why I want to go there, to show my solidarity, but also to make sure that the world learns from them what needs to be done for all of us.
Not winning the war. Lately, you've had just yesterday.
And you see more and more people worried with the impact on health. Heat waves are having more and more victims everywhere. The combination of pollution and climate change is killing hundreds of thousands of people everywhere in the world. I come from Southern Europe. We are worried with the fact that mosquitoes that today only exist in Africa with very dramatic diseases could all of a sudden come north, and the same can apply to a country like the United States. So we see the threats increasing, we see public opinions more and more mobilized, and governments tend to follow public opinions, sometimes slowly, but they tend to follow public opinion. So I am sure that there will be increasing conscience of world leaders that they need to do more and they need to do faster in order to be able to reverse a trend that is becoming very dangerous.
We need to have answers for that, not just to say, no, climate change is there, so you shut up. No.
So it is clear that there is not yet enough sense of urgency in many of the people that are not yet experiencing the direct impacts of climate change. My optimism comes from the fact that, first, more and more people are becoming directly impacted, and second, the conscience is growing that the problem is becoming a dramatic threat to the whole of humankind. And so my feeling is that more and more governments will be pressed to act. And there is a good thing, and the good thing is that technology is on our side. Today, it's cheaper to produce electricity with solar energy than with coal.
Now I go to steakhouse every 3 months or 4.
You look, I just came from Costa Rica. In Costa Rica, all the energy is renewable. In my country, Portugal, you have several days during the year in which we only use renewable energy. We are really transforming societies. Wherever there is political will, transformation occurs.
But they're worried because of the forests.
Yes,
And so the young people will tell you.
Now, if NDCs, the national determined contributions that were approved in Paris, if they would be the ones that would be implemented, we would reach probably more than 3.5 degrees at the end of the century. That is the reason why we need to dramatically accelerate the rhythm of what everybody knows needs to be done.
And off done. So we are for climate change or whatever, but I also worried about
As I said, in the United States, I disagree with the policies that the government has implemented, but I see fantastic attitudes and fantastic developments in what is done by large businesses, by cities, by the civil society. So again, I don't consider the United States as necessarily a problematic country. I consider the United States a country with an enormous potential to achieve what needs to be achieved for us to be able to defeat climate change.
Might have to be close because it was no longer profitable. So it was